Amazing. Ads just coming to sit with us, joining us for this Titan Talk. And we have a big one today. This week marked a week of progress, and steady progress across the board, particularly with our tournaments, some gameplay updates, as well as some important groundwork what's ahead. The major activations behind us, aka BGS, we've now shifted our focus to what will carry Reign of Time end of the year. I see Light can't hear. We will quickly switch over to Ads' audio, seeing if that improves it. Ah, it's working for Ink. Perfect. Just a moment, everyone, while we switch over to Ads' audio. 1 sec.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us?
Amazing.
All right.
We got Jax in the room, we got Ads here, and we're ready for a fantastic Titan Talk. But before we dive in, I want to give a... Oh, is there double sound? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I still had the other audio source going. Okay, I think the echo should be gone. It's not a Titan Talk if we don't have a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning. But nonetheless, before we dive in, I want to talk about and say a huge congratulations to our top 8 players in last weekend's Diwali tournament. Huge congrats. These 8 players will now join the Reign of Titans team, aka us, in Mumbai for an exciting end-of-year event. So our 8 finalists were, and a big shout out to Banu, Vivacious, Maddie OP, The Great Cat, Shiramax, Karan, Raj Patel, and Aditya. Congratulations. We're excited to see you guys at the event, and we'll be sure to reach out with any future updates and letting you guys know when that event will be. So just sit tight for a little bit, and don't worry, our team will be reaching out to you guys. But yeah, let's hear it in chat. Big congrats, big round of applause for these top 8 players. GG's. Now for this Titan Talk, getting back on track here, we'll kick things off with a recap of last weekend's affiliate tournament, highlighting, of course, the prize winners as well as some community feedback that we received. Then we'll tee up the next stage of competition as we roll into this weekend's tournament, which will shape our end-of-year tournament cycle. If you guys saw yesterday's announcement about how to qualify and the different paths to qualify, we'll be diving into all of those details, so do not worry. On the gameplay side, with Ink with us here, we have a new week with a lot of updates coming next week. So we have updates to the app itself, including some adjustments to the UI, to some balance, and we'll give you guys a preview of what these changes are looking like to give you a sense of what's coming next week. From there, we'll dive into some important updates. Drum roll around the NFT buyback process. That's right, we'll dive into when it's happening, how it will work, and what it means for you all who are looking to reduce their Titan NFT numbers as we continue to refine that tournament structure heading into next year. Then finally, we'll end with an update back to Brazil. After our big moment at the BGS game show, we've been focused this week on obviously the taking out the results we've had from the meetings last week and taking our learnings into shaping our strategy for 2026. So as you can tell, it's a bit of a beefy Titan Talk, but Ads, I'll hand it over to you to kick us off, and any opening remarks before we dive into the affiliate results.
So the big thing for us today, right, to talk about will be going into the NFT buyback. I know that, people are eagerly awaiting their details on that, right? Some of it is still up in the air, but at least we'll be able to give you our initial thoughts around it. And then just the progress that we've been making, right, off the momentum that we built over the last couple of months. We're still feeling really good on everything and getting ourselves set up, closing out the year to 2026.
Amazing. We'll kick us off with going over last weekend's affiliate tournament results. And last weekend was something new for us. So we did our first ever Swiss-style tournament. And as always, we had a lot of fun, and we also learned a lot in the arena. So a quick recap on the Swiss style in case some of you are not familiar. Unlike our usual bracket format, we basically had the Swiss style, which is designed to give players multiple chances before elimination begins. So instead of knocking out players after a single loss, the Swiss round allows every participant to play multiple matches, and it will pair you with people who have a similar record to you as in each round. So it was, something new that we were testing, and as always with these new formats, always comes with a bit of a learning curve. At the beginning, especially, there were a few hiccups, particularly with some issues we had on Challenger mode, the different matchups they were giving us, having to revamp some of those results on Challenger mode, and then just the general pacing of some of the matches. So we had some feedback there, but as always, our hosts handled things with the utmost transparency and professionalism. So great and big shout out to our hosts here. They've already done a great job of gathering some of this feedback, and we're actively working on improving any of these flows for future Swiss format events. It was a major step for our tournament evolution. We're always happy to test new things out. So thank you again to our affiliate hosts, who stepped up and really rose to that occasion. Now we'll break down quickly the results. In first place, we had Carol, GPVM, playing the Dusk Titan Alucard, another familiar in these finalist matchups. Carol was to take home 406 USD. In second place, we had Rush M, another familiar Titan here. We had a Sky Titan named Mirage, and they claimed 260 USD. Then in third and fourth place, we had Kamlesh playing with a Poison Titan named Fido, and we had Daniel Excel piloting a Dusk Titan named Dorinda. So both finished strong, but sadly did not make it to that overall final playoff. But nonetheless, they still went home with 160 USD each, plus qualification into the end of year tournament, which we will touch on in just a little bit. So it was a stacked weekend of competitive play, and it was great seeing a lot of you players and the Titans as well adapt to this new tournament structure. And as we continue down the road towards the end of year tournament and beyond, we hope to do more of these experiments of these tournament structures. So to everyone who played, hosted, or even just tuned in to the battles in Discord, thank you for making this first Swiss tournament format a success for us. Seeing if there was any questions here. No. Well, enough about last weekend. Let's talk about this important tournament we have this weekend, as well as the important tournament structure updates we have for you all. Before I dive into it, I'm just going to share the pictures of the schedule and prize pool so you guys can follow along with me. All right. It's here in chat, sent from the Blaker account. But this weekend, we return to the arena with another Affiliate Open tournament, and this one will be using the classic Irio Battleground format. What does that mean? I know we have a bunch of names flying around, but hopefully they'll become household names soon in terms of what each of these tournaments entails. But for this Irio Battleground format, we'll have players bringing 4 Titans into the competition, and banning will not begin until the semifinals, but once those semifinals happen, players will be able to choose one of their opponent's Titans to ban. So this gives players, a little bit of room from the semifinals beyond to play a little bit more strategically. So we're excited to see that. But not too many updates. So you guys have done these Open Irio Battlegrounds before. This is another one this weekend. So let's dive quickly into the prize pool as well as the schedule and get to the juicy stuff, aka the path to qualification. So for our schedule here, we'll have round 1. This is all in EST. This is taking place on Saturday, so round 1 from 8 to 8:45, round 2 from 8:45 to 9:20, round 3 from 9:20 to 9:40, round 4 from 9:40 to 10. We have our quarterfinals from 10 to 12. We have a break for 10 minutes, and then hopefully streaming will begin if all stays on track in terms of timing, which will start off with our semifinals at 10:30 to 11 with our grand final following after. And remember, at this semifinal mark is where banning will begin. It's really important to keep that in mind. Rounds 1 through 5, it's basically a free-for-all. You get into the semifinals, it gets a little bit more strategic with that banning element. So we have some juicy prizes here as always. Again, you can see some of these are more oriented towards the champions, as our affiliate hosts have been doing in future or in recent tournaments. Excuse me. So for getting within the top 64, you will earn 10 USD. Top 32, you get 40 USD. Top 16, you get 70. Top 8, 120. You are in the top 4, you get 170. Runner-up, you get 260. And for our champion, you will get 400 USD. Evil Star, it was 0 for round 1 earlier. Rough structure got changed. Yeah, I'm not too sure what you're talking about, but this is the same format we've kind of been going with the open format and banning the Titans. Maybe one of our affiliate hosts could help answer any questions that Evil Star has as well. Now, this tournament, is not only just this tournament as well. This also extends beyond only this weekend. As many of you have seen in our recent tournament announcement, this event will actually directly impact, leading into the end of season tournament, which will be taking place December 6th and 7th. Now, this will be a massive end of year tournament, and let's explain why. Rather than our existing tournaments, which kind of happened independently right now, your results over the next several weekends, as well as a few of the previous affiliate tournaments, will build on top of each other, contributing to a few different qualification paths for you to go to this end of year tournament. So for example, this weekend works in qualification path 2, which I'll dive into in just a bit, but this path 2 is dictated by the amount of USD earned throughout the last few affiliate tournaments. If you haven't been performing well in previous tournaments or didn't hit top 4 in last weekend, do not stress. Our affiliate hosts have made sure that there are multiple paths available for you all to enter this end of year tournament. We'll do our best at breaking them down now as well, but if any of our affiliate hosts are here as well, answering any questions in chat will be greatly appreciated. So starting with our first path, this is path 1, named our Team Tournament Leaderboard, and we will be giving away 8 slots for this. So this has to do with our affiliate team tournaments. So we've already had affiliate team tournaments volumes 1 and 2, and we still have volume 3 happening for you guys all to accumulate points. So the top 8 from each the top 8 total who have the highest points across these tournaments will then qualify as these top 8 players. If you're curious about kind of the breakdown of what these points mean, you can head over to the Affiliate Championship channel, and we have a nice breakdown of, if you get into round 2, how many points you get. If you get into round 4, how many points you get, and so on and so forth. But as I mentioned, for path 1, these points will be calculated from affiliates teams tournaments 1, 2, which have already happened, as well as 3, which will be happening in the future. Seeing if there's any questions here. No, I think we're good. Heading over to path 2, this is the RCS, shout out to RCS, format leaderboard, which basically is what will be happening across this weekend. So every dollar that you earn across our 4 RCS style tournaments will equal 1 leaderboard point. And obviously the top 8 with the highest amount of USD earned will earn that spot. So 3 of these tournaments have already completed. We had the Titan Conquest 1, which happened on September 8th. That's done. We had the Titan Conquest 2, which happened on September 28th. That one's done. We have the Irio Battlegrounds, which happened on October 18th. That's complete. And then we also have the November 1st tournament, which will be Irio Battlegrounds 2. So this is this weekend's tournament. So after all 4 are finished, the top 8 players will qualify by the total earnings. So really interesting to see these different paths to qualification coming from our affiliate hosts, but we're not done yet. There's also a third path, and even a fourth, but we'll get into the third right now. This third path is through direct qualification. That means if you place in the top 4 of either the affiliate open format 4, which already happened, or the affiliate open format 6, you will lock your seat instantly. So 4 players have already claimed their slots via format 4, and 4 more will be awarded on November 22nd through format 6. A lot of information here. A lot of osmosis going on. But this means the winners of last weekend's tournament, aka Carol, Rush, Kamlesh, as well as Daniel, have secured their tickets to the end of year championship. GG, and we're excited to see the next one where the top 4 will qualify as well. Now we're on to our fourth and final path here, which is our last chance qualifier, which is an actual tournament itself. So on November 29th, players will have the opportunity to earn a championship spot for that December 6th and 7th tournament. But to enter this tournament, you must be at least a gold rank. Now, if you're at this gold rank, that doesn't guarantee you spot within this tournament. This just gains you access to the registrations. So only the top 8 placements after this tournament actually happens from this event will actually secure their final spots. Yes, Karan, gold rank within ranked matchups. Yeah, on the in-game leaderboard. So a lot of information here. We have this all distilled over in the Affiliate Championship channel for you all to read some of this and try to understand it on your own. We're really, really thankful that our affiliate hosts have come to us with this idea, testing something new out, and giving multiple paths of entry to this end of year tournament. So if a player happens to qualify, say, through multiple paths, meaning that there will be some extra slots, we have a priority basically in terms of how we will be giving out these spots. And it goes from direct qualifiers, then to last chance qualifiers, then to the team tournament leaderboard, and then to the RCS format leaderboard. So whoever is leading, say if you don't get into the top 8, but there are some extra spots, and you're leading in direct qualifiers, that means you will be the one who gets selected as that alternate. So this just helps us make sure that, if we do run into this problem, we have a very clear and transparent way of having to deal with this. So looking ahead, we have a few remaining opportunities to secure your seat into this end of year tournament. You have Saturday's tournament, the Open Format 5, which will be dictated by the RCS leaderboard points. We have the November 8th Affiliate Team Affiliate Team 3, Volume 1, which will be the team leaderboard points. We also have Volume 2 of that Affiliate Team 3 happening the following weekend on November 15th, which will also be dictated by leaderboard points. Moving on to the next week, November 22nd, we have a direct qualification for the top 4. And then November 29th will be that last chance qualifier where the final 8 spots will be given. As I mentioned, we're super excited to test this out, super excited to work with you all and our hosts on kind of having this end of year tournament. Again, there was a lot of information here, so we'll make sure our mod team is ready for any questions that you guys have over the coming weeks. But as I mentioned, this is all broken down in the Affiliate Championship channel as well. So I know we went off kind of the cuff with the tournament happening this weekend, but for those of you who are participating in this weekend, it's a big shot for you guys. Good luck to everyone stepping into the arena on Saturday. We hope you guys are able to secure your path to the end of year championship. Cool. Ads is telling me to keep going, so I'll talk about now the gameplay updates. We wanted to give everyone a heads up on the changes that we're having coming mid next week. So this one, we don't have any flashy news or any flashy new features coming. Instead, we're really kind of just focused on smoothing things out, improving some of the bugs that are in game, and tightening some of the balance points we've been seeing from you guys in chat, and also from some of the data we have on our back end. So diving into some of these changes, we don't have, it is a patch pretty much, Karan. So we'll have balance updates, we'll have a few bug optimizations, and we'll be releasing this patch update, hopefully early next week. So on the build side, we're working on a ton of UI optimizations, and we have a few big sweeps of bug fixes across the game. Again, really nothing flashy here, but you guys should start to see the game becoming more smooth, a little bit cleaner in terms of the menus, and we want to make sure that there are less interruptions as you guys are playing as well. So as I mentioned, we don't have the list of changes just yet, but we will have them early next week as we continue to undergo testing, tomorrow and towards early next week as well. Another thing coming with this update is we've also re-implemented our notification system on Firebase. Woo! So this will finally allow us to start sending, personalized in-game notifications to you guys, finding special events for you guys to participate in, and hopefully helping us, continue to improve our retention for players who are not in the Discord. So hopefully these notifications will help to bring some of these players into the Discord as well. So now on the balance side, this comes in line with a few suggestions we've had from our community, as I mentioned, as well as some updates we've been seeing on the back end, or some data we've been seeing on the back end. First, this is a big change. All scrolls will now be unlocked from level 1, which means if you have a level 1 deck, you will have a maximum of 30 scrolls. So no longer at level 1 will you only have 21, having to then go up to level 2 to get 22. Now at level 1, you will have a maximum scroll, basically slot of 30 scrolls within your deck at every level. With the scroll progression, we saw kind of a little bit of confusion from new players, not really being aware that their deck size increases as they kind of level up. So we're excited to kind of update this and see if it begins to level the playing field for our newer players, who then unlock and get into these higher levels. A little bit of alpha for you here, but this may be a hint at more things to come when we think about progression and how we want to put that through the game. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, so a little bit of a tease for you all. Like, maybe you're starting to see how we're going to set ourselves up. Again, when we start to think about progression, you talked about this with us. But yeah, we're now going to be changing the scrolls, and let's see other things to come in that vein.
That's big.
Yeah, it's big.
That's big.
Yeah, snuck that in there.
Mm-hmm. And also within this update, we'll also be simplifying some of the buff and debuff removal spells. So before we had like 5 different keywords going on. It was a little bit much. So we've now reduced that down to 3. Hopefully it makes things a little bit clearer for you all. The 3 that we will be going with, I'm sorry, Karan, Dispel's still there. It's still there. The 3 we'll be going with are Restore, Dispel, and Detoxify. So Restore, this removes all debuffs, neutral as well as elemental, and the target will mostly be yourself. We think about Dispel, this removes all buffs, neutral, and elemental against your opponent. So this one will be one you will be using against your opponent. And then we have Detoxify, which removes all mana points and health point effects. So this one, Detoxify, will be something that you apply onto yourself as well. So goal here, it's pretty clear. We want to make it a little bit simpler. We want to make decision making and nicer for people and less moments where people are trying to figure out kind of what's going on. So just simplifying it a little bit. You'll also see hopefully in the future some UI changes that will accompany this as well. So yeah, we'll have this update hopefully live early next week. Once it goes live, we'll of course be keeping an eye on how things feel, making adjustments potentially as needed. And as I mentioned, these will be live early next week. We're hoping on Wednesday and hoping to get you guys the patch notes on Tuesday. But don't worry, we will be communicating with you all the moment that those patch notes are ready. I just want to say a huge shout out to everyone who gave us feedback as always, whether that's in chat or in our specific balance groups. Especially the members in our balance groups. Inc has told us the insight you guys have been giving us, the hard work you guys have been giving us has been extremely helpful. And all of the work, as well as the comments we've been getting in chat, have helped guide this update. And we're excited to continue working with you all and, for future balance updates as well. But yeah, thank you all just for your involvement and your feedback. It's really helpful.
On that vein, we talked about game updates, right? And we just talked about the tournaments as well. I mean, we can see a very clear trend in terms of how much the community are actually helping us in what we're doing. And the last few weeks have been really nice for us. So along with the thanks that we have when it comes to just feedback on the game in general, just have to also give a huge shout out to everyone that's been involved with our tournaments. It's been really nice to see the amount of experimentation that's been going on. Seems like our community is really enjoying the way that it's going. To just shout out to our hosts, right, for the hard work working with us, and then again, just thanks to you all for everything with the game. So let's see. We're ending the year in a really nice vein, right? So we'll keep it up. So NFT buyback. Right, let's chat a little bit about this. Yeah. So exactly. Like, I said kind of last week, I started to give some more updates. Hang on, let me just read this. Yeah, so would love to help with that. Sadly, had been restricted from that in a very disrespectful way. So restricted from what, Haya? So let's list it. So let's list it to topics in which I'm still relevant. Sorry, not sure. Oh, helping with tournaments. I'm going to talk about the buyback. Yeah, so I think Haya, it's Haya, just I mean, speak to the host. Yeah, like there's always room to start the conversation again. It's probably felt a little bit on both sides. Yeah. All right, so I gave some updates quickly last week, and I said that we had been delayed when it came to the NFT buyback because of, the fact we have to work with internal controls. We're still doing this, but we are a lot closer to the finish line than we were last week, right? As you know, we're introducing this buyback program to all of you to give you a little bit more flexibility as we adjust the role that our NFTs are having when it comes to our competitive structure and what we're doing with tournaments. General ideas that we have scaled back on the number of global NFT tournaments that we're doing each month, that we've lowered the prize pools. So of course, we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to kind of de-risk a little bit when it comes to actual winnings and value that you can take from the NFT Titans. So let's get into some of the details, right? Going to start with price, and we're going to be very clear about this. And this is where we sit today, yeah? This is not fully finalized, but this is where we're sitting today. So for the buyback price, we're going to be offering a flat price of 100 USD per Titan, right? And let me tell you where this number is coming from. So this number is coming from historical pricing that we have from you. So you've been kind enough to give us how much you bought the Titans for, and we have all the historical pricing that we have on the NFTs. It's coming from feedback as well that we've been getting, and internal evaluation, right? It's going to be fixed for all, right? And Evil Star, let me talk about that as well, because I initially said that we were going to be doing it as a dynamic pricing for our holders. But the reason why we have decided to go for fixed here is because we've had to factor in the historical data that we have. We have to be factoring in the earnings that you've also been getting from the tournaments as well, right? And that is affecting the dynamic pricing. So we've actually come back to a flat pricing. This is a completely optional buyback for all of you. But it's very difficult for us to actually accurately do the dynamic pricing, like way more difficult than we had anticipated, again, because of just the range of prices that we have that people have bought at, and the earnings when we couple these two things together. I want to be really clear in some of these things when it comes to this buyback, right? We are going to... Okay, we are going to... continuing to support NFTs through tournaments, right? We still have this model that is built into our esports roadmap, and we have other experiences that are also planned down the line, right? So if you want to hold your Titans, you do not have to sell at this point, right? I've also been kind of unofficially clear with all of you that if you decide not to sell your Titans at this time, it is likely, I can neither confirm nor deny, and do not hold me to any of this. I will flat out deny that I ever said this if it's brought up again, but it is likely that this will happen again at some point, right? Based on the strategy and what we do with our NFTs, because we're not going to leave our community in a position where you essentially feel like you're screwed over, right? In any kind of way when it comes to how much you've put into the game, okay? So do not feel pressured to do it now. There will always, I anticipate there to be provisions that will be there later. But it is a good opportunity if you wish to do so to de-risk some of your portfolio, right? Maybe not all, still value is held there. So whatever's happening in the chat, just like what I'm talking about is quite important, right? So just make sure you're like listening, because this information is very, very important for all of you, right? Especially yeah, I don't know, Karan. We're gonna come back to this, to what's happening in chat, right? But the next thing I'm about to talk about when it comes to the buyback is really, really important. You can all hear me, right? Okay, cool. I just suddenly got really paranoid that you can hear me. Okay, so something very, very important. With our scaling and size that we are at today, all buybacks are going to be paid out in fiat currency. So this is not going to be a cryptocurrency buyback, right? The reason is, in fiat currency. And when I say fiat currency, I mean in like USD. Like, it's likely actually all going to be done in USD, right? Or some kind of local currency, depending on where you are, but likely USD, okay? Obviously there'll be like conversions like based on where you're geographically located. But the reason is because the full amount that we need to actually make this work is fiat. I mean, not crypto. I mean actual like regular monetary currency. The full amount that we need to make this work when it comes to the buyback, it is not possible to pay this out in crypto, because we are not legally able to do so. As a company, we cannot pay that out in crypto. So this means that for all of you that want to participate in this buyback, you are going to need to have a valid bank account within your country. And you are going to need to be willing to give us your banking details to be able to make that transfer, right? If you are not willing to do so, you will not be able to participate in this buyback, right? This is a non-negotiable for us. We are like, our hands are completely tied, right? We're legally tied, we're financially tied, etc. And I will not be able to make any exceptions, right? You guys know that I like kind of make exceptions under the table for like certain things. This, I'm not going to be able to do that, right? So please kind of work with us on that, right? So moving forward, there are going to be some key next steps for all of you, right? So early next week, there is going to be a form that is going to go out on Discord, and likely there will be an announcement that's going to be made over email as well, that is going to be talking about this buyback, and also asking you for details on your side, including how many Titans you want to be selling at the purchase price that we have told you. Vilzy, it is right. Reporting crypto and tax is painful work. Reporting, I say, like, reporting. But yeah, we have to do that. So details are going to be on this form. How many Titans you want to be selling at the purchase price of 100 USD. Information regarding your location. That one is really, really important when it comes to the location question. Don't be weird and give us like your non-location. Give us your actual location. It needs to be tied to your banking information. The reason why the location part is really, really important is because for this, it's also likely that we're going to need to have to partner with local banks to make this work as well, for you to also get your payouts as well. Blackfire, it's not helpful, when you say things like that. Everything was fake news. I'm gonna talk about this in a minute, but like something that is really, really important, guys, for you to understand. We are no longer a small project that is operating within a corporate company, right? And this is a very, very positive thing for us, right? We are part of a massive corporate machine, as you guys know. And within that corporate machine, we have obligations that we have to adhere to, right? We have very, very real legal obligations. We have very, very real financial obligations. Like, this has come up in different scenarios, right? So when it comes to like things like reporting, we have to be like very above board with that. When it comes to things Around about crypto, like we have to be above all because we're too big now. This project is Reign of Titans is too big. We can't operate in the shadows like within this company. So it's not, things are not fake news, right? It's like we have to, it's not fake news, Blackfire. It's that we have constraints, right? We have wishes and desires that we hope to do, and we can't always do it, right? We can't, but we can't always do things that we want to do, right? Our hands are going to be tied in certain scenarios, and we do have to change things a little bit more than we want to at moments in time as well, right? We hope that you understand what that means and where we're coming from with that. Again, like, guys, we've put ourselves in a position where over the last year we have done, we believe that we have done well by our community, right? You have all collectively earned a lot from Reign of Titans. As a relatively small project, we have invested a lot with our community, our current community, not new users, our current community, right? And you have all benefited from that very well, right? Again, we know how much we've put that out there, right? We know how much we've put out there over the last year. So please also remember that as we go through this process, we're not taking the value of Titans away from people completely, right? And we are giving the opportunity to also recoup back some of it, right? In a moment where there would have been other projects that just wouldn't have. They would have just been like, whatever, right? That's not what we're trying to do here. It's not what we stand by. So we're trying to do the right thing by all of you. And we hope that you can see that, right? So in terms of the timeline, right? It still depends on where we land with our internal controls, but we know that it will be taking place this year, right? Once we can put the form out, get all the information from you. Yeah, I understand that, BVT, about small owners and people that bought not for the mint price, right? I mean, what I would recommend for people, the small owners that didn't buy at the mint price, you know, I would recommend them to really weigh the options of the value, right? Whether they want to keep it for prize earnings, or they want to hold, if they want to hold or sell, right? Basically. Funny how always was that price, and then everything said pure show. So I'm not sure what you mean, Blackfire. Yeah, I mean, because hey, like I said, we want to, we try, right? We try to do that. We try to do things when we say we want to have a different pricing. That is what we want to do, right? It's what we strive for, and it's not possible, right? It's really difficult to actually do that, to go for dynamic pricing without actually being unfair. It turns out when we start going through the process, it's not just us going through this process, we also go through it with advisors on it as well, right? We seek counsel on this, and it's not advised to go down that route because, again, it's really difficult, because once you start to factor in like earnings within that equation as well, it actually doesn't work out well for you guys. So it's better to actually have a flat price. And I mean, when I say when you factor in earnings, because earnings were 100% higher. Earnings were time and effort, right? Which is, you know, we're talking about no, that's not true. That is not fair to not factor it in. That is not fair at all to not factor in, because the whole basis of NFT Titans, their value is tied to earnings. So that's not possible to do what you're saying. So then it gets like, the calculation gets very, very cumbersome. So yeah, you can't not factor in. So, but I hear you, right? I think what BVT is saying is the most critical when we're talking about small owners and people that bought not for mint. That's where the conversation gets a little bit grey and feels probably so I understand, like, you did not earn as much as others, right? I mean, hey, it's okay, right? In terms of listing, right? We've said that this is going to happen. This isn't a new story for you all. This is where we sit today. I mean, we're obviously getting all the feedback from all of you. Please fill out the form, right? What will help us again in this calculation for us is the how many Titans are going to be sold, right? And again, like this is still a really large investment for us to do this, guys. You know, when we talk about even at this buyback price, it's not as it's a very large investment still for the company to do this. Oh, okay. Blackfire's not here. Okay. Hopefully, Blackfire will listen to the recording, right? Saying something like earnings is the excuse now is, again, not a very helpful statement for people to say. It's not an excuse. It's a real factor that needs to be brought in, and we've said this again from day one, right? About it. I'm proud of how much we've been able to do for the community as a project within Reign of Titans, and I hope that you are all proud of it as well. We go above and beyond for this community every single day, and I can say that comfortably for myself, and I can say that even more comfortably for the team that we work with here at Reign of Titans. We know that for some of you, this is not going to be an ideal scenario, right? And we, again, try to do our best here when it comes to this buyback. We're not obligated to do it, right? We want to do it because we think it's the right thing to do. We're trying our best to make it work. It's a huge, again, investment for us to do it. But I mean, keep the conversation with us going. Of course, we want to hear from you, right? And what you're saying. And again, like BBT, what you're saying here, I do believe that, as I've said, is a great area for us, right? And we're thinking about it. It's not on our minds, right? We don't have a solution for it right now, but it is thought. This is the advice that we get. This is our advice, right? This is what we get when we talk to council as well. And what Warlock is saying, like, honestly, it's true. And let me just like actually be quite transparent with you here in a way that I probably shouldn't, right? But we do have counsel that says, why are you doing that? Like, you don't need to do that. And we don't listen to that counsel, right? So I just want you to just have a little bit of like, just stop for a second and like think what we're doing. We didn't know that was the price, Blackfire, right? You know, I give you updates as I have them. Yeah. When I don't, and you know, we're as transparent as we can be with all of you, and maybe we're actually too transparent to a fault, right? Because I'm talking you through the process as we're going through the process, right? So I'm telling you, okay, this is what we want to do. We're not going to be able to do that, right? When we then have, you know, further conversations. So maybe we should have not told you that we want to do this until we had kind of a final answer. And what I'm even telling you today is just where we stand today, right? So it's not pure lies. And like, again, Blackfire, you don't need to be here. That's the truth of it. You don't need to be in this community. You're free to leave at any point. Anyone is free to leave this project at any point. Because what I will not have in this community is this kind of conversation. I just won't do it. Because everybody has worked very, very hard to get to this point. Like, and Reign of Titans just said it. We work very hard every day for this community, and we invest money, and a lot of money, into this community, and a lot of time into this, right? And we believe it. So if it doesn't seem so to you, Black, you can leave. And I don't mind. So it's up to you, huh? But do not say what you're saying anymore. it's not often that I get very emotionally charged in Titan Talks, but this will get me emotionally charged. And I think you guys are lucky RT's not here, huh? Because he would have a lot to say on this one. But reach out to me, yeah. If you have, yeah, I am like emotionally charged, right? Because I under. I am and I'm not, hey, right? Because I do understand where you're coming from. I actually do. And it's not easy to come and to talk about it when I know that we're going to be disappointing some of you as well. So I get that. And it's obviously it's emotional because we have a connection to all of you as well, you know. So I want to hear from you, and I want to I know that we're disappointing people. But the reason why I get emotionally charged around it, you know, hey, to your point of it makes two in a row, is because it's like we're also in this together, you know, and it's like what I don't want is just like oh, you guys don't care about us, you guys are trying to screw us over. Like, I want you guys to hear. And so I'm okay with you saying, okay, I'm disappointed, right? I'm okay with the comment like BVT being like, okay, but ads, what about this? This is gonna affect these holders, right? That's a constructive comment, right? That we can take back and say, you're right. But when someone is just like, you guys are lying, you guys are doing this, that's when I get emotionally charged, because again, I know how much everybody works, you know? Like, it's a tough one, but ultimately it's hard because it's I also know that we're disappointing you guys too, right? At the same time. So it's like I'm between a rock and a hard place, you know. Like, I don't like coming here and saying all this too.
Yeah, and you guys are really just seeing you're not seeing the behind the scenes action of the early mornings, ads waking up, having these meetings with legal, you know, putting herself on the line to make sure that this is done fairly for you guys as a community. Nobody has been seeing that. So, you know, some of the comments here, you know, it's very frustrating for us because you guys don't know what we have to go through to make sure that we're sticking our necks out for you guys, especially ads in the position that she's putting herself in. So I just want everybody to think about that context as well. And you guys don't see everything that, you know, everything we talk about on the TitanTalk is not the only thing that happens. There's a lot of room and conversations that happen around the office and with our teams. Please try to be a little bit more positive and respectful as we go through this for the rest of the TitanTalk.
Thanks for enough times official. Thanks Blake for thanks Blake for saying that. But at the same time, guys, like I hear you. Yeah, so just trust us. We will really try and do our best. This is what I'm saying to you is where we're at today, right? But we will try to do our best, and I hear you, okay? No, I understand, BBT. I really fully understand. We're trying, okay? I know that it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt some of you. But let me see, okay? Let me see, BBT. I hear you. Yeah. I'll keep you updated on where we sit next week. Hopefully, I don't want to get into trouble. But yeah, let me just leave it and say I'll give another update next week. I'll see what I can do. Please fill out the form. The form is going to help, and the form will help in terms of numbers. The numbers are going to give me a clearer indication of how much I can move within that. If that helps. Yeah, and like you guys do a lot for us. I know people like BVT, like there's a huge amount for, like, I mean, I know like our community, our tournaments, right, have been amazing. That's like community led fully right now. You know, when we look at the work that BVT does, similar to what Blake was saying about so much happens behind the scenes that people don't realize. Amount for Reign of Titans behind the scenes. Hey, I know you do a lot. I know all of you do a lot for Reign of Titans. None of this is coming into question, right? Yeah, we're trying to do the best, right? It's not the end at all, right? There's so much happening. I'm about to give a Brazil update for all of you, and it may like, we're not getting rid of tournaments, yeah. Like, firstly, we still have tournaments that are going on. There's still chances for you to earn. I would just de-risk yourselves a little bit, right? And like I said, it's very unlikely that this conversation of a buyback will not be brought up again. Yeah. Yeah, it's very unlikely. I'll see what we can do on the buyback. Realistic future of the project. How many of this council want to have full stop on the project? None. No, we're not. This is no. The conversation today is nothing around projects. There's nothing around the full stop in the project at all. I mean, I can talk about the realistic future of the project from my point of view, if that's helpful, right? I was about to give a Brazil update, but I can talk a little bit about it now, right? No, so hey, right. To be kind of transparent with all of you, you know, and RT's kind of said it, right? This year was a really important year in terms of us trying to prove out what we're doing with Reign of Titans, right? I've been thinking about this a lot, and actually, you know, considering ourselves in the context of the full company, in the context of other companies as well. And what I can tell you is, I think it's really impressive that we are actually alive today. And I say that because this is getting a little bit deeper than maybe I wanted to, but if you look at the landscape of what's happening just generally across companies, particularly when you look at CPG companies, right, like ours, it's very difficult to see new innovations happening. A lot of companies, again, CPGs, are completely removing it from their strategy. So you go back 5 years, everybody's talking about innovation, wanting to get involved in tech, blah, blah, blah. Today, no one's doing that. Like, the only thing that people are investing in fully is AI, and that's it. Nothing outside of that, right? Yes, so many Web3 projects have been shut down, right? And again, the way that companies are trying to get involved with Web3 is just not where it was a few years ago, and it's like decelerating at a pretty rapid pace. And with all of that being said, there is still a huge motivation. No. So hang on here. Don't jump the gun. So my point being that with all of that being said, right, the fact that we are still here today, the fact that we're still investing in the game today, is showing us that there is a huge desire and a real belief that it can win, right? Because simply, if there wasn't that belief, they would have shut it down already. Like, things have been shut down, right? Like, AB InBev is we're Fortune 100. Yeah, the way you get to be a Fortune 100 is that you don't waste money. Yeah, it's one of the ways that you get to do it. You pivot fast, and you shut down things that don't work. So we are not in the habit of keeping things around just for fun, right? There has to be has to fit comfortably within the company, right? So when we talk about things like we have to go through internal controls, etc., it's because we have to fit strategically with the company. Yeah, so yeah, our first few years, hey, we have invested like hugely in the first few years, like huge, and we're still committed to doing that, right? Because there is this belief internally. So there's no talk of Reign of Titans being shut down. There is, of course, talk about what we're doing next year, right? That's the biggest talk that we have. And then there is the talk about, okay, if we are going to continue investing and going down the route of Reign of Titans, what does that look like as it fits within this corporate landscape? And then you, of course, have the question of what does that mean for Web3, right? And if it didn't have that question, we should probably be worried. What we do not want to do is get ourselves into a position, or have you be in a position where but we don't want to be in a position where Web3, where we're not ahead of Web3, in the sense of like, we don't want to die along with a technology perception that's dying, right? You almost want to sort of decouple it a little bit, right? And you know, these things are like Web3 will be dead soon. Like, hey, this is not a new conversation. Yeah, it's not to say Web3 is going to be dead, but like we talked about this with you guys like 2 years ago. You know, we talked about the fact that we need to move towards a Web 2 audience, because we will die. We will not be able to scale. This is like, we know this. You all know this, right? Globally, Web3 does not give us the market that we need to be able to become a huge game. We can stay as the community size that we are today, right? We can stay as the size as we are today, but that's not what we want, right? Because we see the potential of what we're doing. So we have to cover all of our bases. It seems tough now, right? It's just a transition, guys. Like, don't fret about it too much. We're making really good traction, and we want to be mainstream. We're not removing everything within Web3 today. We're not removing it. We still have tournaments. We still have NFTs. We still need one to play in a tournament. How that looks like in the next 2 years, we don't know, right? It depends also on the landscape and the market. We want to be ahead of it too, right? What we don't want to do is reduce value to zero and blindside people. That's not great. How realistic will it be? Honestly, Heya, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, because there's a part of me that's like, we should. The easiest thing for us to do, right? If we just want to say scale, right? We would say just move to Web 2. That would be the easiest thing for us to do, and it would have been the easiest thing for us to do when we started to like answer this question of, do we want to be in Web 2, Web 3? Like, again, like 2 years ago, we started this conversation with you guys, right? But we didn't just say at that point, let's pull the rug and just go Web 2, right? We made it free to play. And the reason why we didn't fully make it Web 2, right, is because we have a community of people that have invested with us in this Web 3, right, lens, right, which is you all, right? So, we still believe in the value of NFTs with you guys, right? We still believe in our community. We understand that our community has been with us for the ride, and like, we're not trying to do anything that harms that. And we do think there is a value in like making it exclusive when we talk about tournaments, right? And we do think there is really something in this idea of holding that value, being able to transfer that value through renting, etc., right? But it's also just the landscape too. But it's so hey, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't answer that. But it's a good and a bad thing, right? That I can't answer that, because I cannot tell you that it won't be there. You know, that I don't believe. Yeah, I really want to do a rumble in a minute too, but let me talk about Brazil. but keep the questions going, right? I hope that the transparency is helpful for you all in this conversation, right? So just some good news I want to touch on really quickly with Brazil. So we have confirmation from Guaraná that we will be moving forward with them in 2026 as we talk about growth, as we talk about scale. We will 100% be moving forward with Guaraná. So our efforts have paid off, our KPIs have been met, we were able to prove out the pilot of what we did. And the brand is very happy with what we're doing. The company's very happy. We as Reign of Titans are very happy. So huge congratulations to all of us, right, with what we're doing in Brazil. So this means that we need to already start planning for 2026, right? This doesn't sound like a project that's about to be shut down, right? When we talk about what's going on in 2026. But we do need to answer the question on what this means for us exactly. It's an incredible amount of planning that needs to go into answering this question of what does this mean for 2026. It means sitting down with a calendar with both brands and literally saying, okay, we got January to December. What are we going to do with everything in between, right? So that's our plan. We'll start that for next week. I'll answer that in a minute, King. I will start that planning next week. But getting to that point of what we're going to do for 20, yeah, Kwan and I launched it in the year. Getting to that point of 2026, we've got to, of course, close out this year with 2025. So what did we do with Kwan and I this week? It was great. So we had the last week's meeting, which focused on downloading some of the results. And since that meeting, we've got a much clearer view on what we need to focus on through the end of the year. And we started to move towards these priorities. So we have been reviewing what's left on the calendar in Brazil. We've been organizing new content that's been going out. We've been breaking down the partnership efforts that we do have with Guaraná, particularly off the event of the Brazil game show as well. And then we've been deciding exactly going into November, December, the exact pieces that we want to go out, and if there's any other smaller activations that we're going to do to roll out the end of the year. But the insights is pretty simple for us, right, going into 2026. We'll continue to keep connecting Guaraná with younger audiences in a meaningful way. We'll be doing that in the game, around the game, leveling up our presence, going into future events. So it's a really strong finish for us through this activation with Guaraná, right? And an exciting one for us as well. We had a question, do you remember the projected screen image of the Mumbai meet? Yeah, I do. Sorry, is that a question?
Who's asking?
Oh, this wasn't for me. This was in answer to someone else. Oh, got you. Okay.
Throwing us off there.
Yeah, it threw me off a little bit. I was ready to. But everyone, thank you for all the support that you've done as our community. Like we've particularly over this last year, it felt like we've really been in the trenches together. We've got some really cool things happening that I can't yet announce. Yeah, so just like be okay, be good. We've got some nice things that will happen before the end of the year. And we've made some really, really strong momentum. Just keep the positivity up around it. Ping me around your thoughts for this NFT buyback, right? Even what you ping me is helpful. It's helpful as evidence, like constructive things are actually helpful for us to go back and have a conversation. It's not helpful when you just say, you lie, blah, blah, blah. But again, like comments like what BVT said, it actually can facilitate a discussion that maybe I need to have, you know? So do feel free to, and I ask it. Right, sorry, Dana. Feel free to please actually put it into a comprehensive message. and I will use that. And I'll give you more updates on this next week. But we do want to get this NFT buyback done before the end of the year. RT calling, always RT calling. He's seeing all the comments in chat, and he's like, "What's going on?" But no, thank you all. No, thank you all, and let's have a good rumble, yeah.
Cool. Head on over to the Titan Games channel. We'll spin up our Super Rumble. We got this dank era again.
Is it dank again?
I don't even know what that means. Guadana in 2026. That's big. So that's not just BGS. That's something else, huh?
Yeah. It's so BGS will feel like small potatoes.
Ooh.
When we have our full plan that we're going to have with Guadana. Because the way we kind of did the pilot, right? We almost had it as if it was like BGS was the thing, that we were all looking towards. But now as we go into this plan for 2026, we want to make sure that it's a comprehensive plan around the two brands really coming together across the whole year, right? Like how can we make these brands synonymous with each other, right? Outside of just an event of 4 days. So it needs to be a year-long strategy, which would be really fun.
Interesting. So going even deeper.
Yeah, going in even deeper.
Wow. All right, we got 60 seconds. All right, you answered my question, Killer Besto. I was gonna say who wants the bounty. Nobody was responding to me in chat, but you got it, Killer Besto. It's you. So we'll get a medium loot box if you kill Killer Besto, myself, or ads. If any of us commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. And if you win the Super Rumble, you're going home with a medium loot box. Tushar, I need your help reviving. Ads and I need your guys' help. We haven't won a Super Rumble in a while. Alright, we got 30 seconds. How many of you do we got in here? 26? Come on. We got 28 in the audience. If you haven't jumped on over to the Titan Games, please do so. Click that little sword. You got 15 seconds. You can win some loot. What's up, Bureau? Yeah, you missed a juicy Titan talk. Ooh, ads coming out with some fighting language. Tushar. Ooh, Shazinix got some pet medicine. Bureau came and he died. He's done. Hopefully Bureau will be revived. Alex Beth killed Pervon and Shazinix killed Abhishek. Evil Star killed Samir. King is dead. Aunt Sharma is dead. Sartorelli, aka RCS, is dead. And Alex Beth then killed Ignito. Alex Beth coming on a rampage. Got a banhammer now. Alex Beth. Trumax is dead. Soulmint is fine. Bullet OMFG is dead because of Tushar. And then Light. Life of Crime came to an end. I'm dead. My stomach exploded, I guess. Vinci killed Amr. Vinci then killed Julian. Warlock is dead. And Tushar has a bucket? I don't even know what's going on here. Soulmint is dead. Tushar is dead. Asuta Devez is dead. Vish Nujan is fine. He's carrying some alcohol without a license, but he's all good. Wysani is dead. Alex Beth is killing Evil Star. Alex Beth, my money is on Alex Beth. The ads has a bucket. Let's see what she does. I need some cats. Oh my gosh. Too many cats I'm missing. Mahesh is dead. Julian has a bucket as well. And Shazinix was killed by Alex Beth. Alex Beth literally has like 8 kills right now. Alex Beth, 9 kills. Killed Ink. Oh my gosh. Killer Besto killed Julian. We got Alex Beth. We got Killer Besto, who still has a bounty on him. And Ads. Ads is in the mix.
Yep. This is
the
done.
Fourth and final
I've got
one.
this.
Ads is
Oh.
Lego set. Ads is dead. Got picked up by a UFO. Ooh, that's a suicide. I'll say a suicide. Normal loot box for everyone. What a way to go. They knew you were the one to hit up for all the Guadana, huh? Killer Besto killed Vinci. Alex Beth is dead. Who won? Killer Besto. Wow. Nobody got Killer Besto.
Yeah.
Bounty on him.
We kind of take that as a win, though, right?
Oh.
Kind of like picked up a bucket and kicked it, and
I take it. I'm
GGs.
sad Alex Beth didn't pull through for me there. Lost some titanium on that one. Right. One more Super Rumble to close out the day. We got the classic. We'd love to see it. Let's hope Ads doesn't get taken by another UFO. I think Alex Beth is, I don't know. It's such a strong showing. Can they come back? Yeah, we didn't see Hayed here. I think he checked out. Ads and Tushar arguing who should be revived first.
We all know the answer.
I guess Killer Besto should get the bounty again. He did win.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it'd be wrong to take it away from him when he hasn't been killed. Got some people kicking the bucket. I'm not gonna kick the bucket in this game. I'm gonna win this game. I already know it.
I think you're out in round 1.
Put it in the universe. I am winning. I am champion. Unstoppable. Gotta do these positive manifestations. I am duck. Yes, exactly. Batak. I'm telling you, the positive manifestations work. Let's see what. Oh, Ink said winning GIFs. All right, we got 30 seconds. We got a bounty on Killer Besto still. So you kill me, you kill Ads, you kill Killer Besto. It's a medium loot box going straight to your inventory. Any of us commit suicide, like Ads did with the UFO last time. That is a normal loot box going to everybody. And if you win the Super Rumble, you get a medium loot box. Killer Besto has a bounty on him and still winning. Let's see if they can go for a two-peat here. King has said he's spoken, but he didn't say anything. So
I'm kind of used to King now.
yeah, who was he before? I don't even know.
Shenlong.
Well, I know, but
No.
It was part of the.
It was part of the joke. Yeah.
I'm
Because
still alive.
I forgot for a second. That's why.
Was it ever really Shenlong, or was
That's
it
a good
somebody
question.
else?
Yeah.
Soulmint killed. My name is Ink. Sorry, Ink. Mahesh killed Lai. Evil Star killed RCS. I'm still in the mix. Blackfire, still playing the Rumble. He's there. Evil Star is dead. Shazinix has a dagger. Oh, RCS is back and Bullet is dead. Ooh, daggers. OX Collins has a dagger. King killed himself. King has spoken. OX Collins is dead. Ignita Blaze also has a dagger. And then Asunto Devez killed Sartorelli. Oof. And Sharma has a dagger. Soul Mint is fine. Killed Ads, though. Sure Max is back in the battle. Mahesh killed Wysani, and Biro is gone.
Oh, wait. Did I come back?
Ooh, Resurrection. Ink is back. Bullet is back. RCS is back. And Pervon is back. RCS, that's 2 revives. Wow. Did I join? Tushar is a dagger. Biro is back alive. Wow. Guadana keeping RCS and Biro back alive. And Sharma killed Vinci. Oh my gosh. More. Round 8. Oh my gosh. Cats. And Sharma killed Mahesh. Blackfire killed Warlock. Killer Besto killed Pervon. And there's just some cats going on. Ooh, round 9. Trumax is dead. And Sharma killed Blackfire. And Soulmint has a frozen bow. I'm going to be a sleeper. I'm going to come out in the and I'm gonna win. I'm speaking into existence. Arts Terrell,
I don't even think you're here.
Is dead. Soulmint is dead. RG Bureau is fine. Oh my gosh. Alex Beth is dead. Abhishek is dead. RCS killed Asunto Devez. But Asunto Devez is back and Evil Star is back. This is the longest Super Rumble we've done in a while. And Sharma is dead, stepping on a Lego. Ignito Blaze, Poisonous Tree Frog. Tushar killed Asunto Devez. Ink killed by a puppy. Damn puppies. And Relzy has a dagger. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there I was. And now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Shazinix killed Tushar, but I'm coming back. I need some cats. Maybe if I spelled revive wrong, that will work. Cat. Sartorelli killed Mahesh. Bureau's got a dagger, and it's Sartorelli killed Relzy, avenging my death. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cats. RCS killed Evil Star. Bureau's fine. And then RCS got some water. Oh
Bucket.
my god. This is gonna be like
Ooh.
this is the arena.
Yeah, this is Q-tip battle all over again, exactly.
Oh my god. Bureau and Sartorelli. Who is it? The young pup or the old dog? Who is it? Who's gonna win? Oh, drum roll. Cats.
Ooh.
Sartorelli killed Shizenix. What?
Oh, wait.
Was it a Bureau? Oh, no. RCS killed Bureau before. It was only RCS and Shizenix. Okay. RCS won. After that,
GG's.
RCS had 2 revives there. Comes back and wins. Wow.
Yep, GG's. Kind of deserve that one.
Wow.
Oh,
That was
right.
kind of anticlimactic. I thought it was going to be a BGS final. Shizenix snuck through to the end. And GG's to RCS.
GG's, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the Titan Talk today. Again, do ping me, please, on what we talked about today. Look out for the announcements that are coming out next week. I'll have more updates on our Titan Talk next week. Good luck to everybody stepping in the arena. And just thank you, community, for all the help that you have been giving us with everything. We've had a really, really fantastic few months and very excited for what's to come. Tusha, coming for you again next week, yeah? Do it all over again. Yeah, sure, King.
You do you.
Yeah. Got you. All right, thanks, everybody. Happy Thursday.
See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.